Thank you to iFixit for sponsoring this video. I paid $186 for a box of old broken iPods. I mean, let's face it, pretty much all iPods are old and broken by now, but I'm gonna see if I can fix them. According to the listing, there's a few other things along with the iPods in this box, so let's open it up and see what I got. Now, I did open it and just look at the top layer just so I could make sure that what I paid for is what I got. And it did look like it, so now we can see exactly everything I got. Okay, we definitely have our iPods in here. We got a Shuffle, we got a Nano, we got a product red iPod Touch, that's cool. This one's 160 gig, that's cool. And we have one DSI XL. Well, that's a lot of iPods. I'm gonna get them all out of the packages. I'm gonna charge them all up, and then I'm gonna test them and see how many of them are actually broken and how many of them actually might work fine. The batteries are all charged up. Now let's take a closer look and see what all I got and what's wrong with them all. So I guess not all of them are charged. I have a charger coming in the mail for these three. I didn't have a charger on hand, so I will have to charge these up and test them separately, but I was able to charge all the others. So let's just take a look at them one by one, see the condition and what all might be wrong with them. This is a 4 gig iPod Nano. The battery shows full charge still. It does have music on it, and I don't see anything wrong with it. Here we have another Nano. This is a 2 gig. Let's check the battery level on this. Battery level is also good. I will have to get headphones and test to make sure that they do output sound, but this one also looks fine. This one's definitely dirty and dented and not in the best cosmetic condition, but it looks like it does work overall. And number one is a 160 gig iPod Classic. Let's see if this one turns on. And it does. It also shows a full battery. That's great news because it means we shouldn't have to replace it. This iPod has also been wiped, so there's nothing on it. So I do need to give this one a good cleaning, and then it'll be ready to sell. These old iPod Classics are pretty amazing because you can fit 160 gigs or whatever you want right on it. And I think they're worth a good amount too, so we'll see. And randomly, I do have this one DSI XL, so just for fun, I charge that up as well. And of course, that one starts up and works fine too. I'll need to check to make sure it plays games, but every other feature that I've tried on it has worked fine. So out of the 23 iPods in the one DSI XL, there's only 3 of them that actually need any repairs, so I'm gonna get those repairs done now, and then I'm gonna sell them and see how much I can make off of them. So let's move to the repairs, and then we'll talk about sales. After further testing on all the iPods, there's actually only 2 that have for sure bad batteries, and I'll show you one of the dead giveaways. So looking at the product red iPod, if we turn it up on the side, you can see how this screen has separated from the frame a little bit here. That's because the battery on the inside has swelled up, so that's pushing up on the screen and causing this problem. So I'm gonna get the screen off, get that battery replaced, and then I'll retest it and make sure everything else works. And then with this silver iPod Touch number 19, this one definitely doesn't have the bulging screen, but the battery is faulty on this as well, so I'll fix this one off camera, and then I got a couple iPods to clean, and then we'll get to the selling. I'm going to be using this suction cup out of the iFixit ProTech toolkit. Lots of these batteries come with little tools and suction cups, but unfortunately a lot of times they're just not good enough quality to work for what we need them to work for. This one is very high quality, so I'm confident it'll pull this screen off no problem. And as you can see, it's pulling on the screen frame right here, so I'm going to get a pry tool up in there and then pry the rest of the screen off. So if we look from the side, you can actually see how it's all bowed up along here. So now I got to get this plate off. We can get the screen connector off, then we can get that battery replaced. Okay, and now you can see this bulging battery. So now it's time to get the battery out. It looks like I have to remove some screws up here to get to the battery connector. I'm gonna have to unsolder this old battery, and then I can solder in the new battery. So I need to test fit our battery. That's gonna fit in there just fine. So I'm gonna put some new adhesive strips down. Now this battery is installed, we can install the adhesive protection over the battery connections, install the metal plate, and snap the screen back down. And now we have the iPod starting up. Let's check the screen and the battery and make sure we're all good there. And here we go. So battery life, actually that battery had a bit of a charge in it already. I'm going to charge it all the way up so we can test it and make sure it fully works. And then we'll call this product red iPod number 9 done. I'm going to get this one done off camera, but I do need to clean this one up a little bit, and I've got 2 more I need to clean as well. So I'm going to get the cleaning done now and then get the repairs done after that. Then we can talk about sales. And there we go. We have this one nice and clean. This one also needs the battery charge. It's been sitting for quite a while, but it's all nice and clean. And after it's charged up, this one's ready to sell. Now we have this 6th gen iPod Classic, probably my favorite iPod of the whole lot, but you can see it is very dirty. So I got to get this cleaned up so it will sell for as much as possible. And this iPod is done. I didn't get all of the markings and dirt off, but almost all of the grime is off. There's a few little faint marks still on the click wheel, but overall, it looks much better. The back of it definitely has some scratches, but overall, this looks so much better, and I think it's gonna go for a lot more money now. So I have all the repairs done, most of the cleaning's done. I've got to do a few more on the other iPods. Then I have to test them all, get them all listed, and see how much they sell for. Once I have them all sold, or as many as I can sell, I'll update you guys on the price and let you know if I made money. After further testing off camera, I found that these 3 iPods don't actually all work correctly. This iPod Nano Product Red Edition, when the headphones are plugged in, I can press on this part of the case, and every time I press on the case, one of the headphones stops working, so that needs to be addressed. This product read iPod Touch. I replaced the battery in this. You guys remember the battery was bad, so I replaced it with a new one, and unfortunately it still drains super fast. I can charge it, and then the next day it's dead, just sitting there and not even being used. So most likely the battery I put in was not a good battery, so this battery probably needs to be replaced again. This older iPod Touch, the volume down button doesn't work. So everything else seems to work fine, but the volume down button. Now I could fix these iPods here on this video, but you guys suggested a collaboration with DankPods, so I contacted him and he said he'd love to collaborate, so I'm gonna send these over to him and I'll link his channel down in the description below. If you guys like my channel, you'll probably love his channel as well. So go check that out if you wanna see what happens with these iPods and if he can fix them. Now let's talk sales numbers. So it's been about 3 weeks since I first listed the iPods, and all of them have sold except for the 3 that I sent to DankPods. So now it's time to look at the numbers. And here's a little sneak peek into a future video. Keep an eye on my channel if you want to see me try and fix these 2 Nintendo Switch Lites. So here are the total numbers. So I paid $178.25 for all of the 23 iPods I got in this lot. I ended up selling them for $629.53 if you count up all of the sales prices. The unfortunate thing about selling through eBay is all the fees. There was $62.79 in eBay fees, $66.14 in shipping, and $63.19 in PayPal fees. The total fees are $192.12. Obviously, if you sell locally, this number will be way lower. I wanted to make sure and get these sold as fast as possible, so I put them up on eBay. Now, obviously, the best-selling iPod was the iPod Classic. I sold it for $109.99, and it was the 160 gig. Now, you will notice over here on the profit side that there were several iPods that didn't bring any profit. In fact, there was a little bit of a loss, and these just aren't worth that much. So the highest profit iPod was the iPod Classic, and I profited $74.47 just on that one iPod. As you see, most of the other iPods brought in a little bit of profit as well, and that all added up to a total profit of $259.16. If you want to check this out a little bit more, you can pause this video here, or you can go to my Instagram at TronicsFix, and I will post a picture of it there. So $259 is really not too bad for a few hours of work. Be sure to go check out DankPods for his video on those 3 that I did not repair here. Also, check out ifixit.com/TronicsFix if you want to get $10 off your order of $50 or more. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a good one.